All right, thank you, spirits, guides, angels. Let's just start out top with Aries. Okay, so Aries, this is going to be your weekly reading. I'm going to go all the way down. Aries, your mantra for this week is act now. Act now. So the Queen of Wands in reverse. These all came up together, so I'm going to put them as they were together. The Fool, Ace of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and Virgo, which is the Hermit. So these all came out together. Okay. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels. This is Aries for the week of December. What is the energy of Aries for this week? Okay. Four of Wands in reverse. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels. Aries energy. Okay. The Four of Swords. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels. What's the energy for Aries for this week of December? Okay. Cups in reverse. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels. What is the energy for Aries for this week? Whoa. Okay, Five of Cups. Seven of Swords and together. Thank you, spirits, guides, angels. First, we're going to read these together. Okay. Alright, so we have Three of Cups in reverse. And then we have the Chariot, which is Cancer. And then Nine of Wands, Gemini, Lovers, and then the Three of Pentacles. So let's read through these first, and then we'll pull more, okay? So, the Queen of Wands. So, Queen of Wands in reverse would be, represents a female, demanding or overbearing, maybe even a little bit pushy. This could represent a female in your life that's overbearing. This is also Aries energy. That might be overbearing or pushy a little bit. The Fool. So, the Fool card. Is basically somebody who's naive, okay? So, not just naive, but somebody who is not blocked by... So this is like represents universe energy. So this is like new beginnings, innocent, spontaneous, free spirit, not tainted, or there's no blockages. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning or a new thought, I guess you could say. So the Ace of Swords is new beginnings. The Hand of God is in this, so it is a good, powerful. So this is thoughts, mentality, motivation, new beginning, spirit. The Ace of Swords is a change card. It's the ultimate change card. This card is a sword of truth. So thoughts about yourself. Don't forget, though, the greater the light, the greater the shadow. This card signifies a breakthrough or a new way of thinking. It's a great time to start a new project, a wave of new energy from intellectual realms. Going to have a new way of thinking, new perspective, truth in matters. As with all aces, it illustrates possibilities of new endeavors, but it does not guarantee its manifestation of success. Okay, so that part is up to you. Start to think new things through. You're starting to think things through, clearing your mind and thoughts of clutter. Okay, so a moment or a breakthrough is about to happen. Change in process, lots of change, and a lot of change in the thoughts of yourself. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles, this would be like severity. This is like being feeling like you're left out in the cold, I guess you could say. So the Five of Pentacles would be Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this is Mercury and Taurus. So this is the Lord of material trouble. Okay, so it's fast and slow. People worrying and stressed too much. They feel like they've been left out in the cold. They're being tested. They're out in the snow. The woman is shoeless and homeless on a snowy night. People always tend to focus on what is wrong. Look around instead of looking down. There is something there to help. Pentacles are material, so adaptation of laws of the universe. You can always overcome any situation. There's a stained glass. There's something there. Jesus is close and is there to help. You need to turn inwards, and this is a calling from a higher divine polarity. It's asking you not to live in disparity, but to live in abundance, because the way that you think and the way that you feel will become your reality. If you always feel like you're living without, then you will live without. So admit that you need help, embracing help that comes your way. Focus on what you have rather than what you don't, and look for the light at the end of the tunnel. You feel left out in the cold or isolated, know that this is only temporary and it will pass. Avoid self-pity. Focus on what you can do. Stop focusing on lack. No matter how much is given, living in lack, it will never be enough. Okay? So that also kind of goes in with this next card, which is the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. But the thing about Virgos is they go inside for introspection, okay? So Virgo is soul-searching, introspection, inner guidance, wisdom, and trusting in your journey. Okay, so this card is about solitude, finding yourself, taking a break, reevaluation, separating material goods. It is a sector of truth. After introspection, you will see things more clearly with more light. This card does represent Virgo and its analytical thoughts. So Virgos, what they do is they take themselves out of a situation and they basically go into isolation so that they can have a better sense, better mindset of what is going on. And that's exactly what this card is asking you to do. Okay, so this is a new beginning. This is a new thought or new frame of mind. This is because you left out, you maybe felt like you were left out in the cold. This is your energy, so maybe you're not feeling up to like your fullest potential. You're not believing in yourself. Something happened that's actually taking, so this, the queens are always best at something, okay? So this is your card, Aries, as a matter of fact. So the Queen of Wands, the Wands is fire, queens are water, so there's a conflict. So this is conflict right here, okay? They are specifically best at something. So this one is basically like, they make things manifest. So how they think and how they feel, that's what actually comes to life, right? So at her lower, her key phrase is expectations manifest, meaning that what you expect is going to be just that. So the black cat at her feet gives her power, and although it's not like the Lion from the Strength card, this does show how strong she can be, right? So this represents Aries. So, and the lower polarity, basically it's saying that you're not feeling like yourself. And that's exactly what is basically it's saying, okay? So you don't feel like yourself. Something had happened, okay? So you're not at your fullest potential. Right here, this is saying there's a new beginning, okay? So this is somebody that is not carefree, but they basically don't have anything tainting them. They're going to go at something with just, the trust in the universe, okay? That's what you have to do, is trust the universe. Although this person doesn't know where they're going, they're not tainted by anything. There's no blockages here. And this is a sword. This is the Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning. And this is like new thought process, right? New power. And the hand of God is in this. So just know, like, look at, so you felt like you're left out in the cold. And I just read that. So now this is, turn yourself inward for introspection. This basically is like celebration. So in reverse, the Four of Wands would be that you're unhappy. That's an unhappy family, unhappy connections. Okay, so something had happened here, of course, that is not very much to celebrate. So this card is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, this is Mercury's Magician Manifest. So this is the first time in the true life that actually bursts into color. It's mercy. So Hassad is the ruled by Jupiter. It's big and expansive. So this is the merit of deservingness, gratitude, stability, and formation. So the Four of Swords would be the Lord of rest after strife. So Jupiter is of good fortune. Libra is a deep spiritual repose. The Four resembles a moment of rest and contemplation after the chaos of the Three. Remember, the Three of Swords was absolute heartbreak. This card encourages solitary reflection, but let's look at things with a different perception, okay? So one does not rest after strife. One can rest in and through strife. So look in the upper window. On the top left, there is a stained glass. If you look deeper, it's Christ. It's giving a blessing of peace and truth. It's recovering from sickness or solitude, meditation, contemplation, rest, change of mindset. Pause to clear your mind. Think before you speak. Think before you do. If you feel drained, mentally overloaded, it's time for reflection. Self-care is key for balance in your life. Take a break. Restore perspectives. Rather than overanalyzing everything, rejuvenate and regain your energy. Okay, so this is telling you that you need to take a break. You need to go into solitude. You need to take a break and take a rest. Okay, so this is the Knight of Cups. Knights are movement. So in reverse, this is basically saying that there's no movement right now. Okay, the Knight of Cups, also cups represents relationships, feelings, emotions. So this is like you're letting your emotions control your life right now. Okay, something had happened, and you're letting your emotions control your life. This is the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is absolute heartbreak, right? So I'm going to actually read this one to you guys. The Five of Cups is Mars and Scorpio. Okay, so this is the Lord of loss and pleasure. There's a dark gray in the background, someone wanting things that have been lost. If that person could stop focusing on the cups that have been spilled and they could turn around, they could see that all isn't lost, that something remains. And if he or she could turn focus on what remains, they could see in the direction that there is a bridge that creates a path of over troubled waters to the other side where transformation is possible. The loss and pleasure, it could have been death, possibly. It's learning the wisdom of sorrows. It's going to teach you that what is real will stay even in the face of loss. Taking loss with dignity, you still have to move on with life. Don't wallow in self-pity or stay focused on the past or maybe you can't let go or you can't face what happened. Acknowledge the loss and keep moving. Focus on why there are still cups that are still remaining right here. And find the silver lining in the clouds. Loss is a part of life. Perception is everything. Take what has caused pain and grief and realize it was a learning tool to help you get where you are. Realize there are no perpetrators, there are no victims, but teachers to help guide us to our soul's contract, to get back to who we are, why we're here, and where we're going, and that we don't have to wait for death to step into the light. Okay, hugs, Aries, hugs, hugs, hugs. So this is the Five of Swords. You guys have a lot of fives. Fives are severity, guys. You guys went through a lot. Something you guys have went through a lot. The fives are... So the Five of Swords is Venus and Aquarius. Okay, so this is a mental suit. This is the Lord of Defeat. Okay, so it looks like there was some kind of battle and people are walking away with sadness and defeat. And someone is standing there with arrogance or the satisfaction of winning at all costs. So despite who has gotten hurt in the process, was this battle or fight really worth having to win? Being right or winning sometimes costs higher than the stakes. So ask yourself if it's more important to prove that you're right and lose or to listen, and even if you don't agree, still give that respect of listening and acknowledgement that you heard them. Understand their feelings are valid, and even though you don't agree with everything, show them why they still matter. And is it worth losing what you have with that person because of your ego or your pride? Sometimes winning or being right is that it's that bigger, it's about you being the bigger person. So never make someone feel less than worthy or shame them for your pride, ego, or your stubbornness. Learn to vanquish unworthy thoughts and emotions rather than thinking. Remember, feel rather than think. So remember, one person's success will bring another person's loss. Resolve to be noble in both defeat and in victory, but never at the cost of others. Never act on your own best interests and stand up for yourself to overcome shame. Okay, so now here's the Three of Cups. Three of Cups in reverse would be cheating or postponed celebrations. Maybe you feel like there's nothing to celebrate right now. This is Cancer, and this is kind of like a vehicle of moving forward. And so the Chariot would be Cancer energy, and this is basically like it is control, willpower, success, action, determination, and outer strength. Even though you have these two opposing forces right here, this person uses its like the inside intuition and will to drive this vehicle into the right direction. Okay, so there's no reins because he doesn't need them. Okay, he believes inside that it'll steer him in the right direction. Okay, so now the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now this is fire signs. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this is you again. So the Nine of Wands in reverse would be struggling towards goals, lack of energy, and lack of courage. Okay, so here's Gemini. This is the Lover's card. Okay, so Lover's card is basically love, harmony, relationships, values, alignment, and choices. Okay, so you do have a choice. And you can get through this, okay, with love, partnerships. Now, this is what it is, okay? The thing about the Gemini card, because I'm a Gemini, I can actually relate to this, okay? So they think it's about duality. It's not about duality. It's not about the man and woman. This is about the third divinity, okay? So right here, if you can see, this is the man, woman, angel. Man, woman, faith. Man, woman, God. You need some kind of faith, some kind of spirituality to help get you through this, okay? I know that this is tough, but if you don't believe in that third divinity, if you don't have faith, if you lack that direction, if you lack that faith or that spirituality, that is why you're having such a hard time. I'm going to show you guys something. When you lack this faith or the higher power being, whatever you want to believe in. If you don't believe in God or you don't believe in Jesus, whatever, you can also believe in just your own spirituality, your own faith. You have to have something to believe in, okay? Or that relationship will never work, or whatever it is with the family, anything. If you don't have that third divinity, that faith, that love, that like higher spirit, the higher guide. I'll show you something right here. This is what it's going to turn into. This is exactly what it's going to be. So maybe it's about time that maybe you just kind of embark on maybe a new faith, a new spirituality. There's something here. And that's what this card is saying too. There's something here. In this too, there's something here. You're just refusing to ask for help, or you're refusing to even believe in it. So that's why this is why this is so hard, because you don't have that third faith. Look at the Devil card. Do you see the distinction in this? There's man and woman. So this is what happens when you don't have that faith. This is going to take over. And I'm not saying I believe in the devil, but I do believe that. So basically what he's saying is that if you're not going to believe in yourself, you're going to stay in this rut, you're going to stay into something that's not serving you, he's going to sit here and he's going to make sure that you learn your lesson the hard way. Okay? So without this faith, this is what it turns into. See that? So you have to have that third divinity, guys. Okay? That's what this is all about. And look at, here's the Three of Pentacles. Now I'm going to read this, and this is why it's perfect for understanding this, okay? So the threes, if you think about multiplication, threes are strong. The three sides of a triangle, right? So the threes are the divine. Three is divinity. There's man, woman, plus one is spirit, okay? Right there. And the yin and yang, right? So without the yin and the yang, or with the yin and the yang, without that circle, that third divinity, there's no strength in that, right? It doesn't make them strong. So the man and the woman could be man and woman, but without this third divinity, or the third spirit, or the third faith in it, or the angel or God in it, then it's not going to be strong, like the yin and yang. The yin and yang are only strong together because of that circle that holds them together. That's the third part of the yin and yang. That's what makes them relevant. That's what makes them powerful, that third thing, that third circle, right? Okay, so the third entity is, and combined, the opposite sides together is what makes it divine. The Two of Pentacles, so with the infinity symbol and the Two of Pentacles, that's what makes it powerful. Okay, so the third side is what it needs to make it be relevant. So like if you think of the number of time, there's past, present, future, beginning, middle, end, birth, life, death, Gemini, man, woman, spirit. See what I'm saying? It's up to you to decide what that's going to be. So here are the Three of Pentacles. This is about Mars and Capricorn. So this is the Lord of material work. So this is Earth. This is vision and voice, great work, truth, confirmed purpose, mastery and skill, work achieving perfection, accomplishing goals with others, also can learn from others. Also, others can learn from you. See the pentacle on the top right here? So that is, it's guarded by the triangle. Remember, the triangle has three sides, so it's very strong. It holds up all these pentacles. The three symbolizes successful teamwork, okay? A group of people. Different people have come together to achieve early success. It's implementing, collaborating with others. The threes, which is focus, fulfillment, and peace. Threes, mind, body, prosperity. Evaluate what you're giving and what you're receiving. Successful projects require different inputs. Skills from others are actually coming together. So you need that third divinity in your life. You need that third spirit guide. You need that, like, you know, I say spirits, guides, angels. That's three. The three is of divine. Three is of the divinity. So it can't just be you and somebody else. It has to have some kind of third divinity to it. Otherwise, it's not relevant. Otherwise, it's not going to be strong. Okay, so here's the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, nines are accumulation of its suit. Okay, so nines on the tree of life are Yatza. So the Nine of Pentacles, you have a lot of Pentacles too, earth signs. So this is the Lord of Gain. Okay, it's very material. The garden here is Mother Nature, Venus and Virgo. So Virgo is very analytical, and Venus is the goddess of love. Okay, so this is what grows. Okay, so when Venus is there and Virgo is there, this is what grows. So what Venus is providing is the harvest here. So the garden is very full. There's nothing missing. So Venus provided here, just like Mother Virgo. So it's very masculine principle, but she's holding a falcon, and that's Horus, the falcon, in which is the god in Egypt. So there is a feminine and masculine principle. Wealth is ever growing, and there's a lot of gain here, a lot of contentment. This card represents having all that you need, or realizing the difference between your needs and your wants. Okay, thank you, spirits, guides, angels. Anything else for Aries? Anything else for Aries for this week in December. Hugs, Aries. So you have to find a new faith, guys. Something that you believe in. Something that, you know, some kind of spirituality or some kind of faith. Seems like that's what's missing here. That's what's needed. That's what you need to go. That Virgo right there, that pauses for introspection. That's what's needed. Look at, here's the Two of Cups. Two people. Love. Sharing love. Four of Pentacles. Okay, this card kind of, and then these all came out together. So I'm going to read these together. So the Four of Pentacles. You see how he's sitting there holding those pentacles? It's not good. Let me tell you why. So the Four of Pentacles, this is earth signs. So this is the Lord of earthly power. This is the Sun in Capricorn. There's a lot of Capricorn here. Remember I told you Capricorn is the devil. That's when you don't have faith, guys. So Capricorn is contradiction in itself. So this is the ruler of the work and place of the world. He's planted. He's very planted. Almost as if he's anchored himself on top of these pentacles. He's holding this pentacle almost like it's the ship's wheel. He's in control. He's planted. It's firmly and powerful. It could mean obsession or possessiveness. Also somebody who is managing affairs. Holding on to people or possessions for a sense of security. Perhaps in almost a toxic way. Or someone is holding on to you. You need to establish boundaries or respect others' boundaries. Be open to letting go. You can't give more than the universe can ever return. Let love and compassion in. Others flow freely. Open yourself up to new points of views. Yeah, open yourself up to new points of views of like spirituality. Now remember what I told you about this? Shocking, we got this. This is the Two of Pentacles and there's the infinity sign in the middle. See what I'm saying? That's what makes this relevant. And I'm going to read this one to you, just so you can understand what I meant by this. This is the third divinity, guys. This is exactly what I was talking about. So, the Two of Pentacles. Find twos here. Here we go. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles. This is another Capricorn, guys. That's what I tell you. Capricorn. This is Jupiter's expansive. Capricorn is contradiction. This is the Lord of harmonious change. And the highest form of the element earth, contradiction in the material form. This is flexibility, juggling rubber and glass. It's adaptation, change, flexibility. The infinity sign shows the need to be in the flow, a natural flow, even when each side is so different, opposites, yin and yang. So everything can flow together in harmony when you find balance in them. But just as life, everything is forever changing. You need to be flexible, you need to be accepting, and you need to be adaptable. It may indicate a decision of weighing options, pros and cons of something. Before you take action, consider what's to gain and what's to lose here. Okay, so the infinity symbol means to go in the flow of life. It's successfully balancing two or more initiatives. It encourages good prioritization and time management. Capricorn again, guys, this is very important that you find that faith in something. Because remember I told you, this is Capricorn, this is Two of Cups, okay? So everything that in contradiction of something, this was Capricorn. Remember, that was the devil. So if you can't find that third divinity that makes this strong or makes this relevant, then it's going to be in a toxic way or not in a good way, and which is the devil form. The Ace of Wands is something growing. The Ten of Wands in reverse. This is the Eight of Pentacles. This is the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and look at the Three of Hearts. These all, or Three of Swords. This all came out together. So this Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is Mars and Aries, okay? So Mars is chaos, the planet of chaos. So the wands are spirit. Aces is spirit. Each ace has a hand of God in it. This is trust your intuition, desire, inspiration, vision, creation, and growth. Given the opportunity to do whatever it is you want, creating something new, you will have absolute clarity. If you have a question of some kind, the answer in your mind, the answer is yes. This card encourages you to follow your heart. The ace is a sign of new beginnings and potential. It encourages you to follow your instincts and start something new. With all aces, it illustrates possibility of a new endeavor, but it does not guarantee its manifestation of success. That piece is up to you. The hand of God gives you ideas. Power and wands are action cards, so whatever action shows growth. Fire from the element is passion. So that is basically saying that this is growth of something, the birth of something. Now the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Wands in reverse would mean like reduced, maybe you reduced your burdens, which is great. This is like the Lord of like repetition. See how like he mastered something here. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. So let's see what this is. You guys have a lot of earth signs in your reading, guys. Remember the eights are kind of like merit of deservingness, if you will. 6, 7. So what is this one? This is 8. We have 8s already. Okay, so this is 3s. This is 9s. 7s. Here's 8s. No, we didn't. So here's the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is the Lord of Prudence. So this is Virgo energy too. You have a lot of Virgo too. The mind is used best opportunities, repetition. You're doing good works, learning crafts. It will pay off. The house is backed with prosperity. The road is golden. It signifies success. You're learning and mastering a craft from hard work, and you really are applying yourself into something. Use intelligence and craft. There is one master, and that is the sun in Virgo. It's prudence and wisdom, effort, diligence. You're doing your best. You're taking care of all the details. There's a lot of commitment here. You're brink of achieving great success. So the 5 of Wands, there's severity. It seems like you guys got all the 5s in your reading. So hugs, guys. You guys are going through some stuff. So the 5 of Wands is, this is the Lord of Strife. Okay, so this is Leo. This is the rules of heart. So there's a game being played, the battle of life. Learn how to fight fair. This is conflict here. Everybody's fighting. But if you look closer, you'll see that no one is actually physically hurting one another. So they're fighting, and this conflict is for no reason. It's a lot of wasted energy here. Anxiety, conflict, disagreements, and strife. You need to learn how to sport royally or be a good sport. You're surrounded by conflict. You may feel defensive. Practice active listening to resolve conflict. Learn to walk away from drama. It's easy to feel spiritually connected when you're meditating in a peaceful garden. Learn how to actually maintain balance when surrounded by emotionally charged chaos. Remember, you are not your emotions. Withdraw and breathe. You're wasting energy for no reason. There's no winning for either party. So what is the fighting for? All that wasted energy. And then look at this. This is the Queen of Swords, okay? So each queen is good at something. This queen is very about the truth. Look at how she's holding that sword up, okay? So the swords represent our mental, like our mentality, right? So she's all about truth. But the thing about her is that when she's all about truth, there's no feeling, there's no emotion here. So I'm going to read this out and then we'll keep going. So this is Libra. It's very similar to the Major Arcana card, the Justice card, okay? So she sits poised for action. Her key phrase is every action is a choice. This includes thoughts. Swords is a mental suit. So we are who we have decided to make ourselves be. So who we believe ourselves to be is who we are. At her best, she makes just decisions. She is a clear thinker. Her head is above the clouds, which indicates clarity. So the queen means water and swords is air. So she has useful parts of her mind, both conscious and subconscious. On her lower polarity, she is known to be cold. And she uses that sword to sever the head from the heart, which means that she cuts off her feelings and she gets stuck in her head, which is never good. So if you're being cold and calculated, don't forget that your heart is beating to warm you back up. Get out of your head. Feel more than you are when you think. This queen is about grace, charm, factual, independent. You're very intellectual and independent and truthful. A direct communicator, clear boundaries, possibly maybe an older woman who enters your life when you are vulnerable. So she will protect you and help you overcome challenges. Your insights, opinions, and attitudes influence other people more than you know. Express your thoughts with care. Make observations in ways that encourage growth. If you need encouragement, encourage others to give it. Harsh criticism crushes morale. Praise will enhance performance. Instead of problems, see challenges. Instead of defeats, see opportunities. Change your perception. Remember, you can never change someone. That's up to them. But you can provide gentle insight designed to help them be more at their best. There is a difference when being supportive or when you're being nagging. Remember, requested advice is prioritized highly rather than unasked observations. Until they ask for help or your opinion, hold your tongue. You can help someone who doesn't want to be helped themselves, so make sure it's not on deaf ears. Practice praise when you receive blessings, voice them. And when others work for you, show your bright spirit by encouragement of what they actually bring to the table, okay? So whatever the situation, strive to be the soul of encouragement. So this girl is all about the truth, nothing about feelings, okay? So now look at, here's the 3 of Hearts. or I'm sorry, the Three of Swords. Okay, so the Three of Swords, this is Saturn and Libra. So this is the Lord of Sorrow. This is justice, just like the Justice. So the world's sorrow, compassion to give feeling. It's yearning. Three swords cut right through the center of the heart, deeply hurt, heartbreak, and grief. On the tree of life, from the threes to the four, this is where people get stuck. They never get to the four because of this heartbreak. This is where people shut down and they don't grow or learn. It's so important to remember that this is temporary and a normal part of life. This card is about emotional release. Cry, scream, do what you have to, but get it out. Crying is a form of healing. Get it up and get it out. You have to feel this emotion, no matter how painful. Cry, shout, scream on the top of your lungs. Do whatever it takes to express your anger or your pain. This will help get it up and get it out. Get rid of it. Remember, sorrow and grief are necessary parts of life. Without pain, you would not receive the challenges needed to grow and to develop. Hardships create discomfort, which turn into opportunities to become stronger. You learn from your mistakes. You have a choice to become damaged and resentful and create more blockage and more pain. And it may cloud your vision for a time, but this will eventually bring clarity. It's your choice whether to use this experience as a learning experience or let it be in vain. Faith, self-love, and forgiveness. 3 goes to 4s, which is manifestation, but cannot be achieved again until you are once again whole with your spirit, your soul, and understanding and compassion. So this is where people get stuck. You need to heal these wounds where these swords cut deep so that you are whole again. Things need to be hard, or that's the only way that we actually learn. Don't get stuck here. Mourn and hurt, but don't let it become a way of avoiding growth and new experiences. Hugs, guys. Thank you, spirits, guys, angels. Is there any other for Aries? Anything else for Aries for this first week of December? Hugs, guys. I know a lot of people went through some stuff. Yeah. Okay, so then we're going to let this is going to be the ending of it. This is the Empress, and this is the World card. The Empress is very beautiful. This is the mother card of the actual deck. Okay, so this is very, very beautiful. Okay, this is like somebody would look as, you know, like it's very beautiful card. So this is represented by Venus. This is femininity, beauty, nature, nurturing, abundance, and a motherly figure. I'm going to actually read this to you because this is very important, I think, for this actual reading, okay? This is femininity, beauty, nature, abundance, strong connection with femininity, elegance, beauty, and life. It signifies abundance, surrounded by life's pleasures. This is the mother card. Okay, so this has something to do with either a mother figure or maybe you being a mother, pregnancy, birth. It's a very beautiful card. So this is a beautiful, full-figured woman with a peaceful aura about her. On her head, she wears a crown of 12 stars, showing a connection with the mystical realm and the cycles of the natural world. 12 months of the year, 12 planets. Her robe has pomegranates, symbolic of fertility, as she sits on the luxurious arcade of cushions and flowing red velvet. Cushions feature Venus, a planet of love, creativity and fertility, beauty and grace. The essence of the Empress. It's a very beautiful forest and a winding stream surrounding her connections with Mother Earth and life itself. She gets her sense of peace from trees and the water, and it's rejuvenated by the energy of nature. Gold wheats grow from souls, reflecting abundance from the recent harvest. So this is a mother figure. Now remember what it says. This is about nature. So if this is you, Aries, if this represents you, in order for you to get back into this, I want you to go out into the nature. Okay? They say trees and water. Okay? Water is what actually will cleanse and like rejuvenate you, get all the energies off of the actual day. And it revitalizes you. And the trees are alive. Of course, you know that. But it's like being in nature. I know that trees are very nurturing. And that's why they represent this card a lot, because this card is of nature and nurturing and mother. Okay, so if this represents you, I want you to get out into nature more. Okay, so help you get back into your energy of who you are at your core being. Okay, and then this is the World card. I'm sorry, guys, I felt like crying. I felt kind of. Thank you, spirits, guys, angels. I felt kind of a lot of energy on that card, so I apologize. Okay, so this is the World card, and this represents, so you see how this is like the circle right here? She's holding the Magician's wands, okay? So this is the power. You have the power. You have all that you need in your hands. The world is at your hands, okay? She's wrapped in a purple cloth. The purple is very signifies a lot. The purple is of power too, and then the wreath is kind of like life And then if you can see, she's looking to her past while she steps through to her future. So she's not forgetting about what happened in her past, but she's still moving towards her future. Okay, it is a very significant card of, you know, that to keep going. So this is the universe. This is completion, accomplishment. I'm going to read this to you too. So there's a naked woman and she's wrapped in a purple cloth dancing on the side of a laurel wreath. She looks to her past while she moves to her future. In her hands are two wands like the ones that the magician holds. The magician is Virgo and Gemini energy. Okay, so, yeah, and then so the world. So after I got to the point where the magician holds the symbolizing that she's holding two wands like the one the magician holds, symbolizing what has been manifested by the magician has now come to completion. And the world wreath is a circular showing a completion of an actual cycle. So because she steps through the wreath, she actually is completing one phase and begins another one right away. So there are four figures around the wreath, which is the lion, the bull, the shrub, and the eagle. It's similar to those in the Wheel of Fortune card. So the world and the wheel are the cyclical nature of your life and your progression through these cycles. Their four figures represents the four fixed signs of the zodiac, which is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And they are symbolic of the four elements, the four suits of the tarot, the four compass points, the four seasons, the four corners of the universe, and the guide. They actually guide you from one place to the next, bringing balance and harmony to your journey. So this world is the end of completion, end of a cycle. It's a new chapter. It's seeing harmony within yourself. This is the universe energy and its rewards and then completion. Okay, so Aries, your mantra is act now. And also for the actual December 5th, it's said to see something to look at when we are angry. So there is your weekly reading for December. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Every subscription has a chance of winning the tarot cards. Not these ones. They're actually a lot. They're really neat. After I get done actually doing all of the signs or all of the, after I get doing all the signs, then I will show the actual deck. It's beautiful. So make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys watch other, cross-watch other signs to see if you came up in their reading too. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.